this song that Bob asked to be sung at the service, I'd Rather Have Jesus. It was the words from this song that encouraged him while at Stanford. He was facing some challenges and roadblocks with completing his PhD because of his Christian testimony. And it was the words of this song that helped him to press on and receive that degree.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather be his than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than houses or lands. I'd rather be led by his nail-pierced hand than to be the king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. I'd rather have Jesus than men's applause. I'd rather be faithful to his dear cause. I'd rather have Jesus than worldwide fame. I'd rather be true to his holy name than to be the king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. He's fairer than lilies of rarest bloom. He's sweeter than honey from out the comb. He's all that my hungering spirit needs. I'd rather have Jesus and let him lead than to be the king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today.
Thank you. Well, let me introduce to you three more friends and colleagues of Bob. We invite Paul Larsen to come in a minute, who he is the former president of the First Covenant Church of America, currently involved with missions in India. And then Ed, is it Bruckner? Another longtime friend of Bob. They met at Stanford, and he is a medical doctor and missionary to Ecuador. And then Gordon Donahoe, who met Bob in Fresno in the 70s, and he is now president of Christians in Action, Mission International. So let me have Paul come forward and share.
My laryngitis this morning comes as a great gift to you. Most of you want to get out of here before 3 p.m. I first met Bob as a sophomore in Stanford, as did a number of us. He was such a quiet person. He had eyes that looked at you rather penetratingly, and he listened. But I just think of 3 of us who were classmates at that time, Everett and Ken, and there are others, but we've known each other over the years. There is little doubt in many of our lives, but one of the most profound impacts made by Bob Young. And you can see the thumbprints on us even after more than 50 years. It was a brief time, and we got interacted frequently, but sometimes long distances. Bob always wanted to know what was going on with our relationship with Jesus Christ. This was spiritual formation before they used that word in Protestant circles. He was a mentor before that became a popular word in American management and personnel direction. But he was certainly a spiritual guide that has affected us all. I've seen him for a number of years, and years later when I was in my 17-year pastorate in Redwood City, he had come back with his family from South Africa. I think it was to avoid your twins getting drafted, if I recall. He came back, and he came on our staff, finished his PhD finally, and was very instrumental in leadership in our Developing Counseling Center, which is now a large organization, still affiliated with the church, but in its own headquarters, counseling center, there on the San Francisco Peninsula. And of course, I got demoted to the bureaucracy. We had to go to administrative roles. But even then, I followed him as he went with Gordon down to Mexico, this time the First Covenant Church, San Francisco. So we followed. And of course, Lisa has been a very good lifelong friend of my daughter, Christy. Sends her concerns and love and prayers to this day. But I remember Mel Friesen. Who could ever forget Mel Friesen? That other early Mennonite InterVarsity warrior. He said, I don't understand Bob. He's such a rolling stone. He moves every few years. Can you imagine that? Argentina, Brazil, back to this country, Lebanon, Iran, South Africa back, Russia, Kazakhstan. And I remember one conversation with him. He said, the former president of Iran, Karzai, before the Iranians seized our people and threw us out, had some Western connections because he had his PhD from the University of Paris. And he was regarded by the clergy and the ruling junta as being too friendly to the West. I don't know if this is why Khatami got put aside, but I do know that he got a personal letter from President Khatami asking him to return to Tehran and begin again the cultural orientation of Iranian students coming to the West. That, among other things, was the reason why Khatami is out of power to this day. So he's had international significance recognized even by Muslim leadership.